Tomoe Umari. HONSE, exactly, HONSE. I really like her. And she just put out, like, I think this is her first original video. So I want to watch it. What's it like being a VTuber while in the military? I like VTubers, and I want to know her story, so let's watch this.
Hello there, my wonderful horse soldiers. I'm
Yeah.
Tomoe Umari, and I'm here to teach
Wow.
you
Hi,
about
Tomoe
what
Umari.
it's like to be a VTuber in the military.
Okay.
Now, I
know there's like a bunch of VTubers in so many different fields. It's kind of crazy. I think the most that we have is probably like, I want to say doctors or like medical field people. There's a surprising amount of medical field people in VTubing. It's kind of like the furries. Well, we also been compared to furries, so I don't know how I feel about that. But yeah, there's a lot of VTuber doctors. I don't know that many VTubers who serve. Like Tomoe is the first one that comes to mind, first and only one that comes to mind, for many reasons. But yeah,
what you're thinking, isn't that a bit too niche, a little too specific, maybe?
maybe.
Well, that's what makes it interesting. It's my life, yeah.
I want to hear that one more time. Sorry, I really love that.
Well, that's what makes it interesting.
cute, bro.
It's my life, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's dive in. First
Yippee!
and foremost, if you're currently considering typing, thank you for your service. In the comments, thank you for your support. But not just for my military service,
Yeah.
no. That goes for my VTuber work as well. Especially so, in fact, since I love what I do and I'm glad that I can entertain so many people. It's truly heaps of fun.
I do want to say, the way that I got introduced into Tomoe, and I said this before I started the recording because I watched her presidential short video, is I think Tomoe is insanely, what she's really done very well is her shorts. Her shorts, not the shorts that she's wearing, that sounds weird. The short form content that she makes is really well thought out, right? Like, I do short form content too, it's just mostly like highlights or something like that. She has like full scripts that she writes out, and she gets them done like super quick, and the editing is always really good.
Okay, so for
Whether she hires an editor or not doesn't really matter. It still comes out really well.
There's a question that I've gotten many times over the years that I've been a VTuber is whether or not I'm allowed to stream while in the military.
Wow.
Would I get in serious trouble if anyone found out? Am I only allowed to do so because I'm a recruitment psyop or something of that nature? Kind of a crazy one, but okay. Either way, I'm more than happy to shed some light on these subjects.
Chat, I'm not telling you that I would join the military if they had muscular tomboy girls as recruiters, VTuber or not. I'm just telling you that they would hit their target audience with me. You take that as you will. Moving on.
An important matter of distinction, the Umarmi is my community
Umarmi.
name. When split, it reads as Uma Army or Horse Army. Thanks for making that more clear, by the way. listener. I don't represent the U.S. military in any official capacity,
Right.
nor would I want to, quite frankly.
Why?
It'd limit what I'm able to do and say
Oh,
much
yeah.
more than you might think. The Umarmi is serious.
It's like, what do you call it? It's almost like joining a corporation, but more extreme because you can't say anything.
Seriously cool though. I mean, we have our own camouflage pattern, our own
Nice.
mascot.
Yay.
It's just a whimsical and fun place where all are welcome. What could be better than that, huh? Also, there's no officers, as I am the SM²U, aka the Stable Master Sergeant Major of the Umarmi, and I'm free to do whatever I please, so...
Oh, okay.
Sweep the sunshine, mop the rain, that's how it ought to be. I run a tough stable around here. Then there's also a matter of legality. Yes, what I'm doing is legal. If I started doing something like discussing politics, though, it'd be a little iffy, since service members aren't supposed to publicly do so.
I don't want to bring this up because we're having fun. This is a fun video. Tomoe is such a whimsical, fun ball of dorkiness. I'm not going to bring it up. However, I will replay it one more time for the people who couldn't hear it for people who couldn't hear it the first time. One more time, Miss Tomoe.
So a matter of legality. Yes, what I'm doing is legal. If I started doing something like discussing politics though, it'd be a little iffy since service members aren't supposed to publicly do so.
That will be the first and the last time this is discussed. Leave the horse alone. Go ahead.
Kind of be a big no-no, you know? Military law and all. I also try to maintain a degree of professionalism by not making NSFW content and by being courteous to others in general, though truth be told, it's also my nature since I don't have any desire to make sexy content, and I don't particularly favor jokes that are made at the expense of others. Also,
I definitely do. She's a better person than me because I definitely, if there's someone that I want to make fun of, they're gonna get it.
Before anyone says, Tomoe, you swear like a sailor though. You've clearly never met a sailor before, you silly fucking goose.
Oh,
now,
okay.
Let's talk about what made me decide to take—
I do too. You probably, if you only watch me for my videos and my react, you probably won't hear it as often, monetary reasons, or monetization reasons. But yeah, if you ever watch a stream of mine, I do cuss a lot. It's just how I speak. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry.
this path. Everyone's got a reason for wanting to be a VTuber. Money, fame, world domination, perhaps.
That one sounds fun.
All of the above, even. Well, in my case, it's a tad more peculiar. You see, people in the military have all sorts of hobbies ranging from games to cars to, you guessed it, anime.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a lot more popular than you'd think in the service, especially since you don't exactly get bullied for enjoying it anymore like back in the old days. My thought years back was that if I became a VTuber, aka something anime-like, it'd resonate with a lot of my fellow service—
I don't remember who said it. Someone said that they were like near an army base, and all they would find is like Chargers or some kind of Dodge car. And they would just have Nezuko stickers all over it. Or, like, they would have, like, Nezuko stickers and stuff like that. So, if you're a weeb in the military, shout out to you. If you're an active service member and you watch VTubers, even more shout outs to you.
Remember.
If you're a active service member and you are a VTuber yourself, even more shout outs to you on top of the last one. Because that would be insane. I don't know what kind of hours they have. For some reason, in my head, they just work 24/7. So I don't know how they would have time to do stuff like VTubing because, you know, it does take a long time and a lot of effort. But, you know, if you are someone who is able to balance both of them, shout out to you.
That way I could help lift their spirits and raise their morale since a lot of my people are pretty damn depressed. I also really like anime myself and have since I was a little horse, so that helps too. Yippee! Yippee. Anime! I never could have imagined that my silly little hobby that I did in my spare time would grow to be something I'm extremely passionate about, nor that it helped make so many people just a little bit happier and more motivated. It's had its ups and downs over the years for me since I've been fumbling my way through it like a baby deer, and I got diagnosed with PTSD a while back.
Oh, Jesus, okay.
But through it all, I've been—
Where did that come from? Oh, I'm so sorry. Goodness gracious.
adamant on never giving up.
Wasn't ready for that.
I've got this stubborn determination thing down pat, you see.
Yeah.
I guess they don't call it horsepower.
Well, she is
for
a soldier,
nothing.
so I guess I'm not that surprised.
I get it because, no? Okay.
I wasn't listening.
As far as my military career
I was talking. I
journey
should have
goes,
paused.
I started streaming as a little junior enlisted horse back in the barracks, and now I'm a big tough horse sergeant with troops of my own. It's great because now I don't have to worry about noise from my neighbors, annoying roommates, or a random heavy knock at my door while I'm midstream. Trust me, the thought of that put me in a state of constant fear. At least somewhere in the back of my head anyways. It eventually just became one of those, I'll deal with it if it comes up sort of things. Such awe-inspiring bravery, isn't it? That aside, there's a lot of misconceptions that come with being a VTuber in the military. This is in particular because a lot of people genuinely have no idea what people in the military actually do.
I just assume they knock back like 5 different, 5 different energy drinks, 2 of them being monsters, and try to get through the day, and then like PT. That's it. That's all I know. That's legitimately all I know from the military is they love their energy drinks. which yeah. Which if you want energy drinks, gamersubs.gg code horse. That's hers.
I think they
code
just
horse.
assume it's like in the movies or something. Which, you know, is fair since I didn't really know much until I joined myself. But I'm not a skilled fighter. I don't know everything under the sun about guns.
I was gonna say, you don't exactly have to be. We kind of live in the. You kind of have a. You know, you're kind of strapped. You don't exactly have to be a skilled fighter. Your skill. If you know how to. The skill comes in the aiming. I'll say that.
I don't have dozens of confirmed sniper kills.
Yeah.
And actually, that about covers it. Just
Wait,
don't
you're
go
telling me you didn't threaten somebody on Xbox Live about having 300? Never mind.
off saying, shouldn't you be familiar with this if you're in the military, unless you're really confident about it, or you'll sound like a huge dummy. Also, for the record, if anyone has
I
ever
don't sound
confidently
smart
told you
anyways.
what branch I'm in, what job I have, what deployments I've been on, or anything about my service other than the fact I'm active duty and turn wrenches, they're wrong.
Turn
because
wrenches?
I've never mentioned anything besides these two things, and the finer details of my career aren't what any of this is about. This whole VTubing thing is about bringing people together from all walks of life and supporting both service members
Look at
and
my coworkers drinking Monster every day. Warehouse workers and military people have that in common because all the people that I go to when I clock into work, I just see like 5 different people with like Monsters and Celsius and stuff like that. And I'm just like, man, I should try a Monster, but it's also like I work through the night and I'm a degenerate. Like I'm built to be awake at night. It kind of runs in my family because my mom is also a nighttime worker. But yeah, everyone is just always drinking Monsters. I would say that her knowledge would depend on what she does. Yeah, true.
civilians alike. And horses.
Sure.
Yeah, horses too. Definitely horses.
I love horses.
Can't forget about those guys. In that same regard, a lot of people have asked me why it is that I adamantly refuse to discuss the specifics of my career.
It's privacy.
What's the harm in it, right? What could possibly go wrong?
You'd be surprised because, first of all, I don't want to be mean in this video, right? Because Tomoe is here, chat. We got to be nice in front of Tomoe. But I think it's a silly question because how many VTubers are in the military? I only know of one. Surely someone has heard her voice in whatever base she's in. Now, to be fair, I think they would have her back and they wouldn't, give out her information like that. But still, I imagine it's just for privacy reasons, right?
Realistically speaking, that attitude is simply no good in my opinion. Revealing specific information could very well make it easier to narrow down what base I'm stationed
There you go. There it is.
Which in turn would easily narrow down my specific place of work. Then someone would probably try to ring up my chain of command to try and embarrass or humiliate me. Hell, someone might even show up and try to assassinate me while I'm leaving work one day. You never know. It's not like I can just uproot and move somewhere else if I'm ever found, so I personally prefer to err on the side of caution. Once that info is out there, you can never take it back. Speaking of which, you might also be curious about whether or not my coworkers are aware that I'm a VTuber. The answer is yes and no. There's a few people I trust that have known for a long time, but I don't exactly make it a habit to yell what I do in my free time. I
assume those around her are normies that just don't care. There's also that, right? Like they're probably, because they probably have things that they're focusing on, right? But, like I said, she probably has friends friends at her barracks that are pretty, I would assume, pretty cool. I would trust them.
Rooftops. So long as it doesn't interfere with me performing my duty to Uncle Sam, it's quite frankly no one's concern to begin with.
Right.
I'd also like to make it clear that I am, in fact, a very patriotic person.
Wow.
I love my country,
America!
even if I don't always agree with what's happening in it. I mean, I've been serving it for long enough to see a lot of different things unfold, so logically it wouldn't really make sense for me to agree with every single one of those things, now would it?
True.
Even so, I enjoy the enriching history of the United States and what it stands for.
America.
Bald eagles, colorful explosions, freedom, and everything else of the sort.
And hot dogs. And stuff like that. Like, good food. Yeah. Love American food.
I will never back down on because we stand up for our beliefs.
When do the Marines get cat girls? Whoa. She's a horse girl.
In these parts. How do I even find time for any of this though? I mean, doesn't the military
That's what
keep
I
you
wonder.
super busy
That's my
training
biggest
to fight
question.
Bad guys or doing mundane work like you're living out the filler episode of an anime? To be honest,
Oh, sorry.
it
No,
really
it's okay.
depends
It's okay.
on your
Just making
job.
a joke.
As a wrench turner, I do stay late many days, and sometimes I have to cancel my streams over it. There's
Yeah.
also concerns of deployment and such, but I'd let my fans know if anything like that was of imminent concern. So while it's not as chill as a
Miss Umari, is there a certain chance that you had lobster recently? It's a thing in the military where they give you really good food before deployment.
cushy office job, I can still squeeze in time in the
Ma'am,
day
is that
to do what I love.
is that mid-rip to code? That's a good question.
It may come as no surprise that time management is actually a pretty big part of it. I have to sacrifice a lot of time that would otherwise be spent socializing and touching grass. Though fortunately,
It's overrated. A lot of people tell you to touch grass. It's weeds that grow from the ground. It is not that interesting.
I'm an introvert, so I'm not really too torn up about it. There's always work to do, and I do almost everything myself since I'm very stubborn when it comes to relying on others. Over time, though, through trial and error, I've found a way to operate efficiently, and now I'm an excellent manager to myself. If you're in the military and considering streaming as well, just make sure that you know what you're getting yourself into. It's one hefty uphill battle. Lastly, I've often been asked, hey, Tomoe, what about me, huh? Should I join the military?
Should I?
My answer
That's not a
is,
question you
and
should be
always
asking.
has been, why are you asking a horse how to live your life? Why? Okay, no,
I'd ask Kita-san Black questions. You know what? If I needed answers, I would ask Agnes Tachyon. I trust her judgment.
It's actually, don't do it unless you're 100% sure it's what you want to do. It's a big commitment, and you're almost guaranteed to
Grass
come
is
out of
weird
it
and wet and
mentally
is
or
weak to
physically
fire type.
damaged
That's
in
so
some
true.
way. So if nothing else, you ought to make sure that you're using that time to better your life in some way and make the most of the benefits afforded to you. If you plan on joining soon, you have my support. If you don't, you have my support as well, honestly. You should definitely join the Umari no matter what, though. I promise I'm not the least bit biased. So that's more or less my story as a VTuber in the military. I've gone through many stages of character development, and I feel like I've learned a lot along the way. Once my contract is over here soon, I promise I'll dedicate even more time, love, and energy to my projects as a VTuber. I wish I could say I enlisted for some big noble goal to begin with, but admittedly it was primarily for education benefits, which is honestly a pretty common
That GI Bill is pretty insane, I'm not gonna lie.
reason nowadays. Despite my reason, though, it's been a fulfilling experience.
You said horse drone strikes. What if a drone was made out of her? What is her? Oh God, where is it? She showed her little mascot. Where is it? Oh God, I don't remember where it is. But yeah, just imagine you're somewhere and you just see the little her little, yeah, there you go, her little mascot right here. The little mascot. That'd be so funny.
Hurtful recruitment, psyop allegations, and other no regrets.
There you go.
I mean, I'd
Sorry.
probably still be a whole lot more awkward and shy otherwise. Hell, I might not have even started VTubing. That's a very real possibility as well. I also don't regret becoming a military-themed VTuber in particular. Sure, I could have hidden my military status and avoided the hurtful recruitment, psyop allegations, and other hateful accusations from people who hate service members, but I'm not ashamed of who I am, and I'm glad I could bring the folks in my community together.
I also think that I'm trying to think of someone who has a military, like an actual specific military theme. Zentrea likes military outfits, but I don't think it's the same thing. Yeah, she's kind of really unique, which is why I think she does so well. Is that, like, in a sea of VTubers, she still stands out. Which is kind of wild, because it's like, you would think there'd be more horse girls out there, especially because the explosion of Uma Musume in the West. Maybe it's because you know, it takes a while to get new models going. But yeah, you would really think there'd be more Uma VTubers, but no, it's like her and then Rima Everstar, but she's a hag, and you know, we love hags. I don't know why I always point that out, but yeah.
Just here because I'm a goofy tomboy horsewoman too, though, which is totally a-okay. I'm a very layered, complex woman, and there's much to behold. Will I ultimately be able to make a big difference as a VTuber someday? Honestly, I don't know. It's still too early to know for sure. What I know now is that deciding to become a VTuber is one of the best decisions that I've ever made in my life. Wow. And I'm glad so many people have chosen to take time out of their chaotic days to partake in my content and support me. You guys are epic.
If she's a psyop, sign me up. That's what I'm saying.
Get it? Because if you enjoyed this video...
Ow. Okay, Tomoe, one word of advice. Please, for the love of God, check your levels. Ah, that hurt. Oh my God, that was so loud. Anyways... Let's keep going.
Be sure to drop a like and consider subscribing to Enlist in the Umari if you haven't already. I'll see you all around. Bye bye.
I wasn't the only one who got my ears attacked. No, I got my ears attacked. Anyways, yeah, that's my ears are ringing. Anyways, chat. That was the Tomoe Umari experience, dude. I love her. I love her so much. I'm subscribed to her, right? Yeah. Tomoe Umari, chat. We love horse girls. Chat, let me know how you guys feel. Comment, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you gamers in the next one. Bye.